Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I hope you all are doing well. Today we have with us a bike that introduced the naked sport genre in India. The bike which is called as the FZS. So if you remember, last year we reviewed the FZS BS4 and this year it is the FZS BS6. Special thanks to Monarch Yamaha for providing us this bike. You can visit their dealership on Tilak Road with a promise of safety and for the best offers in Pune. Now before we begin, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. You can also visit our social media pages on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. We would love to have a chat with you. So pretty much everything is the same. It is the same version 3, but it is now BS6 compliant. That means you have the same LED headlights and the bulb style turn indicators. You get telescopic front forks in the front and a 180 section MRF zapper mounted on a 17-inch black color alloy wheel. The FZS gets single channel ABS like it had in the BS4 variant, and with that you have the 282mm disc brake in the front. From the side profile as well, it is the same FZS, the bulky one that you always liked. Is a 13-liter fuel tank which gives you a fuel efficiency of somewhere around 45 kmpl. Well, in the cities you can easily get 40 to 42 kmpl, and that is what we have tested because my friend had a BS4 FZS and he is getting somewhere around 40 kmpl in the cities. Now bringing this all magic true is the 149cc fuel injected motor which delivers a maximum power of 12.4 PS at 7250 rpm and a peak torque of 13.6 Nm at 5500 rpm. Now in the BS6 variant also, Yamaha uses the blue core technology for these engines to make them fuel efficient. The complete bike weighs 137 kgs and it gets a decent ground clearance of 165 mm. That means you can easily take it on the city roads, on the rough roads as well as off roads like these. And since the introduction of version 3, FZs do not get a split seat, they get a single seat which is very comfortable and very good for daily use. It is a practical city commuter now. And you can also take female riders who like to sit sideways on these bikes. They have a big seat for pillion and even a bigger seat for the rider, and they are comfortable. Making sure that you have a comfortable ride is a 7-step adjustable monoshock in the rear, and you get a 140/60 section MRF Revs tire, which is a radial one mounted on a 17-inch black alloy wheel. It is a single channel ABS setup, but you get a rear disc brake as well. So 220mm rear disc brake and then this fat muffler. Let's hear it out. At the tail, what I am holding is a grab rail, which is a single grab rail for easy commute. Along with that is the bulb style tail lamp and the bulb style indicator. So they have not even introduced a LED tail light. They are carrying forward the same design of the FZ. And I remember this tail light has been there from the first generation. Am I right? Let me know in the comment section below. Now let's hop on to the saddle and check out if something has changed over there. The saddle height is 790 mm. So if you are 5'4" or 5'5", you can easily ride this bike. No worries at all. Now let's check out the digital instrument cluster. So you have the same negative backlit digital instrument cluster with digital tachometer, digital speedometer, digital fuel gauge, and on the right hand side small one is the trip meter and odometer. So no more information in this bike. Along with that are 5 indicators: neutral, engine malfunction, turn indicator, ABS indicator and high beam indicator. And that's it for the instrument cluster. I feel that this needs to be upgraded for the FZ15 as well as the FZ25. Now coming to the handlebar, on the right hand side we have the kill switch and the self start switch, and this is the accelerator. On the left hand side we have the pass switch integrated in the headlight control switch, the turn indicator switch and the horn. Single tone, loud horn. Let's take it for a ride in the cities because this bike is meant for city. So let's test it in Pune, how it performs. And before we go on a ride, don't forget to wear your helmet and follow all road safety rules. As I've already mentioned, the FZ lineup by Yamaha is now more focused towards a commuter and aim to cater your daily needs. Hence, without any doubt, they are comfortable. So the seating posture is upright, the seats are good cushioned, you get slightly rear set foot pegs and these good wide handlebars, which also helps you in easily maneuvering this bulky looking bike. There is no problem whatsoever in terms of comfort. It is easy to ride for short as well as long distances. With the BS6, there have been some improvements. Obviously, it is now more close to the nature, but along with that, the power has also gone up in comparison to the BS4 variant. And we get the maximum power and peak torque earlier in the rev range. However, on the downside, the torque figures have reduced. But all said and done, once you ride this bike, you won't be able to make out the difference. As always, the motor is super refined and progresses very linearly. There is no point in pushing this engine to the red line because the top end is more or less flat. So better to utilize the best of it in the mid-range. Many have said, and you might also feel, that the engine is slightly underpowered. But I think that is okay because in return you get a good fuel efficiency. So it is a win situation. There are very slight vibrations post 7000 RPM on the handlebar, but that is totally fine, not at all a deal breaker. The gearbox has been a 5-speed unit in the FZ since the generation 1, and Yamaha continues with the same unit in the BS6 as well. Of course it is smooth, no complaints in that. In fact, the clutch is also very light, so if you are stuck in the traffic with this bike, it won't be a big issue. Let's talk about the brakes of the new FZS BS6. The rear one is okay, it gets the job done, but there is a scope of improvement in terms of bite and feedback. The good one is in the front. With single channel ABS, the stopping power is good and so is the feedback. It inspires good confidence in you with its bite. The ABS will also not intrude unless required. To make it best suitable for urban commute, the suspensions have been tuned in such a way that they will absorb the rough patches and will easily dial down the impact of sharp bumps without compromising with your comfort and handling characteristics. Why I say so is because this bike is very easy to maneuver and it is stable on high speeds. That is the reason why FZS shines in its segment, because it is practical. The complete build quality of the bike is good. However, there are slight improvements required, like for example the instrument cluster, and I still feel that in proportion to the bulky tank finish, the face is slightly small. Other than that, the bike is a good performer in the practicality segment, and it also keeps your pocket in check with Yamaha's durability and refinement. Our ride with the FZS has come to an end, and I have come to a conclusion that it is a very practical bike to have. A practical bike to use it in the cities, a practical bike to take it on the long rides. Because the seat is comfortable, the suspensions are tuned for your comfort. The only point I can tell you for long rides is that it is slightly low on power. That's it. Other than that, it is a very comfortable bike. And if you don't believe me, my friend took this bike, not this one, but the BS4 one, to Dandeli with us when I was on NS200. And I can say that it was a blessing for him because we had to cover a stretch of 50 kilometers with rough road, and the FZ was a blessing. That is all I can say. So you can have it too at just rupees 1.03 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi. It is a very practical bike to have. With that said, our review has come to an end. I hope you did like this video. Do share it with your friends and family, whosoever is planning to buy a bike. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. You can also go ahead and check out our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. We would love to have a chat with you. And if you still have any queries, just post it in the comment section below. we would reply to you as soon as possible. We'll see you again in the next video. Till that time, stay home and stay safe. Bye bye.